receiving deep love and nourishment, opening up to allow more of all of the abundance and all of the love and all of the beautiful things that we want, feeling safe enough to receive and keep all of this, holding space for more pleasure in the body through primordial love. That's what we're going to talk about today. And I want to share this with you because I am so excited about how this is showing up in my life, in my relationships, in my relationship with myself and my body. And this is something that I wanted. This is an intention that I set a long time ago. And I've noticed this process, how it's been working for me. And I'm just more and more blown away by the capacity of love that I can embody. And something that I've realized through this process is what primordial love means, what it means to feel this true love, what it really means to be in love. That is an internal state, and that of course we can be in love with someone else, like romantically, for example, or in love with something that we love doing, but then it's also this feeling of being in a state of love, in a state of so much fulfillment and abundance. That really is our nature, it's our essence. And this work of coming into the body, working with conscious movement practices and the womb and emotional healing has brought me here, because those are the tools that I've used to deconstruct everything that separated me from love, that separated me from feeling like I was worthy of love and like I was safe receiving this love and being in my natural state, which is love. And I'm getting to know this true, innocent, primordial love deeper and deeper in my body, and how it feels like in my body. It's like tapping into my original state. It makes a lot of sense that this work with the womb and the body leads us there, because that's also where we come from. The womb is our first home. The body is our home. It carries us through life, through all of our experiences. And all of our memories take shape. When we are in the womb, they start to take shape. And they live in our tissues, in our bodies, in our cells, so intensely and so deeply, in such a felt, subconscious way. So when we have access to this and we have practices that we can do, when we do journeys into, these places of origin, like the womb and the body, it's so much easier to start connecting with what we really are, beyond all the trauma, the pain, the conditioning, the limiting beliefs, and the fears and insecurities. It's when you strip all of that away, what's left is you. And this right to receive more of this love. And I've moved through so many waves of resistance and fear of receiving the things that I wanted, fear of losing the things that I wanted, fear of being abandoned, rejected, unwanted, alone, hurt. And I've been able to reweave so much of that inside of myself. There's a different feeling state in my day-to-day life. I remember the first time I felt this really intense sense of fulfillment and love, and as if I just didn't need anything. And it was while I was taking my womb healing facilitator training, after an embodiment journey we did. And this state has been with me in my body more and more consistently, to the point that this is where I feel now most of the time. Before, I would feel this sometimes. Now it's the other way around. It has become my new normal. And I want to share this because this is possible for you. And this is possible for everyone. Because this is what we are made of. This is what's at the core of who we are as human beings. You know, when we look at animals, it's so much easier to see it. It's so much easier to see the way animals relate to each other and to themselves in this loving, pure, innocent state, and all the love that they carry. It's so beautiful, right? The tribal, mammal part of animals and how they are interconnected and soft in this gentleness and this love. And this is us too. This is us, and sometimes we don't know that, or we only get to know that feeling in certain experiences, like when we fall in love with someone, when we have deep connections with people, or when we have transcendental spiritual experiences. But the thing is that this doesn't have to be an isolated experience. This is an experience that we can have every single day, all the time, in the body, rippling and extending into our relationships and into our lives. The way we feel about life turns into something completely different when we start to really embody primordial love, when we start to really embody what we really are. And for me, it's fascinating to see the way it reflects from the outside, because I don't even feel like I'm manifesting. Like, I've been into manifesting a lot in the past, but now I just don't even try. I don't even put my energy there, because things just happen so easily and so fast and without resistance, and I'm constantly being showered with love, gifts, abundance, resources, the things that I need, the things that I want. It's like the doors open up so much more easily because I'm in a state of allowing, I'm in a state of receiving. And it doesn't mean that there aren't challenges or triggers or, things coming up or obstacles. Of course. Of course there is. The thing is that there is a new state of being overall within myself now that is secure, that is in the state of primal love. I've become so much more familiar with the feeling of safety in my body, that receiving and being in contact with life deeply, allowing in more pleasure in every possible way, has become a normal thing for me. And again, this is normal for you. It's possible for you and for all of us. And really, anything that we do through the body, through the womb, takes us there. It's the gateway, it's the origin, it's where we come from. And it's so beautiful. We tell ourselves so many limiting things about what we can have. We learn that we should lower our standards, Oh, don't be too much, don't take up too much space, don't expect too much from men or relationships or life or the world or yourself, why not? Says who? I say expect more than you already do. Raise your standards more, because so much more is possible, even more than what you think you can have or that you currently want and desire. And this is not just a process of shifting the mindset, which it is important, but it's something that is really important to embody. And that's really what made the difference for me, to be completely honest with you. Like, I needed to feel this safety in my body, and it's a constant process, because it's one layer, then it's another layer, then it's another layer, and there's always more depth of capacity to hold space for more love, for more abundance, for more goodness, for more joy, for more freedom, for more expansion, more openness, more gentleness, softness, whatever you want. And it's not about it ending. It's not about, getting something done. It's about really enjoying the process and becoming more familiar with this capacity to open, receive, take in, and have a positive experience around it. And that doesn't just happen through the mind, telling ourselves, oh, I'm safe, I can do this, I can have this. It's not just like that. Because there's so many parts of ourselves in our bodies that have closed off, tensed up, that are frozen in fear and trauma and different things that prevent these things from coming in and that prevent us from opening up and reaching the world. This is really about connectivity, And so all of these things that block us and tense us up, we can melt them and let them go by getting to know the language of the body, understanding how to work with these things beyond the mind, and really dropping into the more primal, sensitive, sensual. Sensual is all about senses. It doesn't even have to be connected to something sexual. It's about tapping into the body wisdom, working with it. And in that space, you can reweave anything and let go of all of these things that are blocking you and replace them with whatever it is that you want. There's so much abundance, there's so much richness, there's just so many frequencies that we can even birth from our bodies, and especially from our wombs, to replace those old, painful, fearful states. And that's why I am so passionate about feminine embodiment and womb work, because it keeps surprising me and amazing me in so many ways, and showing me what life really is about and the beauty of life. It's literally helping me move past so many negative perceptions that I had about the world. Because for such a long time, there was always a part of me that felt that I couldn't trust the world or the universe or anyone really fully 100%, because a part of me really expected to be betrayed and blindsided after all the trauma that I experienced, after all the abuse, the violation, the neglect, all the disappointments that I went through in my childhood and growing up, abusive relationships, all kinds of things. Of course I had this belief. Of course I was closed off, and I couldn't take in all the good and all the love that was around me and that was available and that could come to me. But that's not there anymore. And so it's like the floodgates have opened, and I'm starting to see deeper and deeper and deeper the goodness of life, the goodness in people, the goodness in receiving, and creating such a radically different relationship with life by having a relationship with my womb and my body. And this is one of the greatest accomplishments of my life. Because I think a lot of times we think we need this specific thing that we want outside of ourselves, like a partner or a certain financial situation or a certain kind of career, or I want to live in this beautiful house in the jungle or whatever. And all of those things contribute and bring the states that we want to have of love and abundance and wellness. And it's not just conditional upon those things coming from the outside. To me, it's more something that just happens afterwards, because it's just the natural thing for all of those external desires to happen. But we can tap into all of those powerfully beautiful states of love and nourishment and abundance right now, because they live in the body. And they are, well, they are our essence. They are at the deepest core of who we are. So knowing that is very powerful. It's very empowering to know that no one can take that away from you. It can only be added onto you through, all the beautiful things that can come from people around you in the world and life. But having this real experience in the body is very life-changing. And I feel very supported. And that's something that I wanted to for such a long time. I felt so alone with so many things in my life. Like, I felt that I had so much responsibility. And now I just feel like sometimes I'm overwhelmed and I have to slow down and really take in all the beautiful things and all the love that I'm constantly receiving from all directions. Because it's so beautiful and because my heart is so open to actually receive it. And it also makes me wonder all the times that love and that nourishment was around me and I just didn't have this deep capacity to receive it and take it in and notice it the way that I can now. And it's such a beautiful practice to just slow down and breathe in and receive and notice the sensations in my body. I highly recommend that you try this, that you slow down whenever someone is offering, extending love and kindness to you, or just anything around you that you can receive, something beautiful that you see, or if you come in contact with nature or an animal, or just anything that evokes a positive, nourishing sensation in you. So just slow down and feel it deeper, and slow down even more to notice what it moves inside of you. Maybe there's resistance, maybe there's pleasure and joy and fear and confusion and unsettledness. Just noticing it, breathing into it, softening into it, and creating an experience of safety in your body, like connecting with earth, is so powerful. And of course that is, just a very quick summarized tip of how to do this. But when you really go deep into a journey in your body and your womb and you do this, you can go through every little detail, every little step that you need to actually feel safe and to receive deeper and to drop deeper, to let go deeper into that state of primordial love in your body. And if this is resonating, stay tuned, because soon I'm going to be offering a really beautiful journey online for softening into all of this feminine receiving and nourishment. And if you want to go deeper and you want my support, please feel free to reach out, book a free consultation with me. Let's talk. I want to support you. I would love to guide you deeper into your body to access all of these things and help you reweave all of these things, letting go of the fear and the blockages and the tension, embodying more love, more pleasure, more safety. It's literally one of my favorite things to do. So you're very welcome to reach out, and I hope this message resonated with you. I hope that you can feel the innocence in it, like how natural and normal it could be for you and for all of us. And if it does resonate, please let me know in the comments. I hope that you have a beautiful day. And I'm sending you so much love. Thank you so much for being here.